Swear I gotta pass a pop quiz to fucking go live. I swear to God, I hit go live, go live, go live, go live like 4 times. It's like, oh, do you want to go live or do something else? Do you want to go live or do something else? What's up, Henry? Yeah, I'm just kind of lit, and I'm not ready to go to bed. And I was hanging out with Javon, and that was cool. I love Javon, but then his stream died to me shortly ago. So here I am. I was already planning on going live, but I was like, well, I was kind of talking, and then Salty Pines, El Cat, what up, y'all? Cheers, y'all. Whatever, water, coffee, beer, weed, whatever you like, whatever you're on, whatever you're not on. Knives, we're all on knives. Cheers to knives. Yako, Jorge, what up? Yeah, man. Yeah, I was gonna hang out with fucking Javon's and shit, but I don't like certain company, so here I am. Anyway, yeah, we'll see if anybody else tunes in here a little bit. We'll give it a few. Little Bolski. I don't know if y'all know, but I've been working with Loot. Y'all know Loot. Working on getting my Ripley properly put into 2D CAD, not like full modeling with bevels and all that, champers and all that shit. But so I can get some stuff wider EM. I'm trying to get some stuff out. Yaka, did somebody say that? Who said that? Tell me who said that. I hope Kyle said that. He's such a fucking douche. I mean, even if he didn't say it, he's still a fucking douche. Oh no, the show. Oh yeah. Wait, no, the show. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Kyle the douche. What the fuck was I just talking about? You really fucked my brain up just now. I have no idea. It's totally gone. You just totally fucked me up. Yeah, you just fucking scrambled my brain, though. I have no idea what the fuck I just said. But I'm here. We'll see who pulls up. I'm going to hang out for a little bit. I'm a little litty. What the fuck is that? Like fucking ash? What the fuck? Guess it was a little ash. Was it fucking Tuesday? What are y'all doing? Y'all got to work tomorrow? Everybody off for the week? Ernie's off for like the next fucking 7 days. I mean, I'm going to work tomorrow. I was working today. Totally fucked up the thing I was working on. I'm working on a prototype. Like a pocket pry bar for titanium Justin. It's going to be like a sheathed like pocket dropper. I just fucking was in a rush, wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I fucked it up today. So I gotta make a new one tomorrow, and I was basically done, which is done. Gotta perform Thanksgiving ritual ham dinner. Yeah, we gave up on traditional. You gotta talk your family into giving that shit up, bro. We give up traditional, quote unquote, per family. Holiday dinners a long time ago, man. Mostly to my fucking bickering and prying, but yeah, dude, we don't do traditional shit no more. It's always fucking random. We might be doing like Peruvian food. We might be doing steaks. We might be doing fucking lasagna. We might be doing pizzas, like all homemade. You know what I mean? We do not fuck with that shit no more. We do not fuck with like traditional holiday fare, if you will. We're fucking over that shit. Fuck that. You just tell them what's up, man. My grandma was down for change. She was old as fuck before she died. But she was still down to fucking switch it up, man. You just gotta jar them, man. You gotta get them out. You gotta shake them a little bit. Don't really shake them, but you know what I mean. El Cap, what up? Did I already say that? Shit. Cheeto, what up? I didn't say I. Cheeto, I was showing off your Serrano earlier. On fucking Kenman's channel, and yeah, like he had never seen it, and a bunch of people had never ever seen it. And yeah, they're all super stoked on it. So if you ever caught anybody in making a bunch of them, probably sell them. No, I didn't make another one. Fuck no, dude. I would have told. What the fuck, dude? That's almost disrespectful. No, dude, I wouldn't do that without your blessing, first of all. Second of all, I don't want to make another one. Killing me. God damn, I was retarded. But no, I didn't make another one, silly. I was just showing off the one I made you. They were talking about Paul Mills. If you ain't choking, you ain't smoking, man. I'm a veteran. You're a noob. Don't stop. But no. No, I was just showing off yours, Cheeto. They were talking about gyms, and somebody was talking about like they like all the gyms and like a bunch of gyms. I was like, y'all ain't seen no fucking gyms. So yeah, so I was showing off your knife because it has all the fucking gyms. But no, that thing was a pain in the ass to make. I don't want to fucking make one. No, I don't want to do all the work again. It was not really all the work. It would just have to be different. Like trying to, which I did not do, pull off your CAD drawing there. I made it similar. I get it, but like I did not do it like the justice of the said CAD program. If I did it now, I would have hand filed it rather than trying to grind it on the grinder. If I would have hand filed it, I could have manipulated it a lot more and done some weird shit with angles. So sorry about that, but now I know more. But yeah, if I made another one like that, I mean, for you, I ain't fucking doing that work for somebody else. I mean, they'd be paying buku. But yeah, I would have to like hand file it, I think, to get the the wild geometry that was going on with the CAD. Again, if you had it CNC'd, it would be no issue. But yeah, Cheeto for sure. Yeah, thinner stock, single edge. Yeah, for sure. I mean, your design is fucking sick though. Like I got nothing on the design. It's just like doing it by hand is just a fucking different story. You know what I mean? Now knowing after I fucking try to attempt it, etc. If I went back and I did it with like hand files, for that top fucking edge, which is the main issue, I think I could get it close, a lot closer to the fucking CAD. But yeah, it's just what up, Robert Jones? What's going on? But yeah, it's just the angles thing and doing it on the grinder and all that shit. No, it did, and I appreciate that, Cheeto, and I'm glad you liked it. I mean, I think it's fucking cool. I wish I would have kept it thicker, because it kind of tapers, it goes forward. Obviously, you know this, it gets pretty thin because it's stabby. But I wish I would have kept it a little more stout towards the tip. You know what I mean? But honestly, building it, there was a lot of correction as I was going. You know what I mean? I've never really done a grind like that, and it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3. It's like a nightmare grind on crack. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Yeah, Paul. Yeah. No, it was super cool. Uh, going forward, as long as it was like a single edge or just a different style false edge top, it would be a lot easier to make. But yeah, I mean, if you ever got that CNC, I mean, your CNC would be fucking nasty, dude. That thing's sick. I can't even tell. Oh, what do we got? 10 people in here. Probably it's like 11:30, 11 at night on a fucking Tuesday. Fucking silly. Uh, Hold on. It's all inside out. I had to try it on earlier. Yaka, I seen you guys putting out some more of those VHS tapes. What do you call them? Sorry, I'm fucking just spacing here. Loot boxes. Loot boxes. That's cool. Holy shit. Here we go. Oh shit. And like I said, the hoodies, I mean, they're just double sided, same exact thing on the back side. So I think future ones, I'm gonna get like the front with a big ghost and then the lettering on the pocket, if they'll do that. And then on the back, I'll do LGK all day. But yeah, I just got all that merch in today. I went and picked it up. So I'm gonna make a post with the PayPal information. It'll be under Ernie's name, friends and family only, no notes. But I'll make a post about it, and then I'll probably start mailing stuff out on Monday. It'll probably be like a all week thing because it's like 60 fucking items of shit, man. I'm not pulling up on fucking old girl at the post office. She's a nice old lady, and I ain't pulling up on her with 60 fucking packages. She likes me, and she won't need more after that. Uh, what's up, church? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, Cab, I got them both in. Yeah, for sure, man. And now I tried to Cheeto, no, I feel you on that, man. LCAP. No, I put up a post because I have to order them. Right now I'm ordering them from a local print shop. Uh so I have to put in like a minimum order of 25. I put up a post like 4 weeks ago, and then everybody that like chimed in, I ordered. But I can do another order anytime, man. I mean, it's a pretty quick turnaround, like a couple weeks once I put the order in. Uh, so yeah, so if I fucked up by the time I get through this list, and actually because I haven't gone through the box, I'm gonna do that on Saturday morning. I'm gonna start going through the box, pulling everything out, labeling it for everybody that ordered one. And if I fucked anybody over by not writing them down or some shit, I will. I'll just make another order. I'm pretty sure I didn't order my sister one or my mom one or Pocket Metal one. I might not even order my brother one. So like I'm gonna be putting in another order. Yeah, I've heard about Pirate Ship. And yeah, I need to check that out. I fucking hate mailing shit. God damn. But yeah, all that shit's in. Uh, Obviously, that's the first version. Laser Ghost knives, same everything else. Double sided on the hoodies. I am going to come up with some new shit. I think for the next one, like I said, different graphic on the back, like LGK all day or something else. I don't even know. Nice, Cab. I've heard a lot of people talk about it and speak highly of it. I just haven't ever really looked into it. You know what I mean? Shay, what up, though? All I think of when you say that is fucking Danny Brown. I don't know if you're familiar. Nice, Yaka. Yeah, I've just never really looked into it, man. You know, like I really don't on a regular basis. I really don't shit that often, you know, because I don't put out a shit ton of knives. So when I do mail shit out, it's like, you know what I mean, a couple knives at a time. But it's going to increase, hopefully. Plus, with me doing merch and shit, I hate my fucking, dude, my soul patch for like 15, 20 years of my life, it never moved. It was just like right here, right? But now it'd be all like this shit. It'd be all like cowlicked out, like all day long. It pisses me the fuck off. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not used to shipping a whole bunch of stuff at once, you know what I mean? Michael, Upchurch, are you talking about like the BDSM club pirate ship or, you know? I think you maybe found the BDSM club. Shay, dude. So like, all right. So me and my family, like, dude, it's like, all right. So it's just like my mom and like us seven siblings, right? And so my mom always plans vacations, and we went to Boston. Well, it was like Cape Cod or some shit, but this was like 5 years ago. It was like right beginning of the pandemic. And me and my bro Ernie that lives with me, and my brother Ian, we thought it was a good idea to ride a train. We were like, we've never taken a train. Let's do that. Blah, blah. And long story short, we were supposed to show up in time for me to go to a Danny Brown show, which I've never seen him live. And I was super stoked on it. And then, well, we rode the train. Not only was it a 36-hour experience of my life riding from here, Omaha, to fucking Boston. 36 fucking hours. It's fucking horrible. And the train was super late. And, well, needless to say, I missed fucking Danny Brown, and I was really sad about it. What's up, Tomas? How you doing, man? One Moon, what's up? I'm just chilling. I wasn't even trying to step on fucking Javon, but fuck, dude. I don't like Kyle, so, like, here I am. Dude, Danny Brown's a shit, man. That dude's wild. Dude, Cab, I will never get on another train in my entire life. I fucking dude, not only dude, so yeah. So it was super late. I mean, like we didn't dude, our like it was late leaving, like hours late leaving, right? And like I'm so paranoid due to like, you know, after like post 9/11, like all travel is super weird, you know what I mean? Like so I got on this plane with like minimal substance, feel me? Because I didn't know about trains. But apparently, I could have brought a brick of fucking heroin on this motherfucker, and no one would have been the wiser. If I'd have known that, I would have brought a supply of shit to get me through this 36 hours that would have made my sober brothers feel fucking sorry about themselves. But I didn't know that at the time. So the very little I did bring to went fast. Okay, there's a beer car on this train, right? for this day and a half of life experience. And the beer cooler, they had like a cooler, with like a door and shit. But it could not have been any colder than like 65 degrees. So it was like, like your fresh beer is damn near piss warm already. Like, so I couldn't even get drunk to make up for it. I fucking hated my life on that train. And I lost my Benchmade 940 and had to hang out with a bunch of fucking Mennonites. Fucking weird, rapey fucking bastards. So yeah, I fucking hate trains. Talking about trains makes me drink booze. Fuck that shit. So what else? Anything else more positive than trains and fucking Mennonites? And missing Danny Brown, which was the true tragedy. Boston was dope though. Cape Cod was wild. We went like in the early part of the year. No. It was either like October or February. I don't remember. But it was a weird part of the year. It was like winter. And it was dope though. It was kind of cold and gray. Food was banging the whole time we were there. Got some good weed in Boston. Yeah, it was a good time up there. Oh, it was one of my favorite places to drive I've ever been. So it was kind of like, so I've been to like North Carolina and like DC area and shit, and like kind of the way the woods look around the coastal areas, you feel me? But like the one in Boston, man, like the place we were staying, dude, the way the little hills, like the roads were just kind of like slightly bumpy and curvy at the same time. One of my favorite places to drive I've ever been. We had at the time, it was like a brand new, like top of the line Explorer. And dude, that motherfucker was floating, dude. It was so good. It was so good. What's up, Brown Sugar? How you doing, dear? Yeah, I have no agenda other than like showing off the shit that says motherfucking laser ghost knives, bitches. Got my ghost looking all derpy here, all shrunk up, like wah, wah, wah. Anyway. That was about my only real content I had for the evening, other than hanging out with y'all. Cause I ain't got shit else to do. Bought an air compressor, so I'm back on the game, getting shit done. About to have Smocky's knife out to him. I was working on Josh 304's knife, and Josh, if you watch this, send me your carbon fiber so I can start on your knife. Yeah, because he said he was buying it and sent it to me, and it's been a couple weeks since I've heard from him. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Doing that. Got a random bonus. Probably a first come first serve Ripley in the works. It's a Tonto. I'll have a thumb disc. I don't know what else I'm doing to it. I have no idea. Probably blacked out and weird. That's my style. We've had some crazy fucking wind here today. It's fucking nuts. So what else is up? Again, I don't really have nothing cool to say, man. I was just trying to fucking hang out and say what's up. Y'all been following Barefoot Bruisers, Sachi Dave? I think he got Origin, what, 5 or fucking, definitely 4 out. I think 5 now, too. Dave's killing it, man. It's just going to be cool. I can't wait till, like, really settles into his own, like, comes up with his own, like, so, like, you know, the Origin he's doing, you know, it's kind of loosely based off that other knife he likes, that Graham and Sachi or whatever it is. Like, dude, when Dave settles into his own a little bit here pretty soon, he's gonna make some cool ass shit. Me and him are definitely gonna trade knives. I'm gonna make him a fucking bruiser ass fucking prying fucking. I'm gonna make him a fucking pry bar of a fucking knife. Yeah, Paul, exactly, dude. This shit is dope. Shay, all right, dude. Peace out, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Tomas, yeah, I know you love him, man, for sure. I love Dave because so me and Dave actually have like insanely different tastes. Not aesthetically. I'm pretty much right on with him aesthetically. I like a little more I don't know. I'm a little bit more bougie than him, but not by much. Aesthetically we're about the same. But, you know, y'all are bruiser kids. I'm not bruiser kid. But I do get it in a sense. It's like I want to hate on it fundamentally, feel me? Because I'm all about like base principle, you know what I mean? But I get it, man. You can have one tool on you, you need it to work for fucking whatever. I get it. I'd rather have a fucking scalpel on me, you know, that I could fuck up than a pry bar. But I do understand it in a way. But yeah, I'm gonna build him one. That motherfucker, I'm gonna tell him to try to break it. I promise you, I will tell him that. I have ideas, and it's gonna be dumb. It might even look kind of dumb because of what I need to do, but he ain't gonna break it. Yeah, fucking coffin nail. Well, I mean, like, yeah, Kev, but like not necessarily more pocketable. It's just like I think it's silly. In a way, in a fashion. Not even in like a detriment way. Like I get it, you got the cool big bulky knife and it looks gnarly and it's cool, but like I'd rather just have a knife that cuts through fucking anything. But in the same sense, the style of knife I like, which is generally, you know, very thin, like this one is, I think it's under an 1/8 inch on my own personal one here, which I don't even normally make them any less than 0.156, so like 5/32. You know, because I make them and I can fix it, I would rather this thing be literally like 0 ground and like paper thin and me fix it if I fuck it up than have one that'll hold up to anything, feel me? And I know I'm biased because I can just go fix the motherfucker or make a new one. But I guess prior to that in my younger years, I did like beefier shit. You know, I like cold steel stuff and You know, I had some like cool, like kind of buck camping style knives when I was younger. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I like to talk shit because it's fun games. But I mean, you want me to make a fucking the impulse is thin cab. That thing is nasty thin. Like I did not want to sell that. I wanted to keep that knife. Uh, and not because like, all right, so I kind of want to keep every single knife I've ever made, but that knife was fucking ridiculous, dude. It's fucking laser thin. I can't believe you're cleaning fucking gutters with it and held up. But yeah, I mean, I personally, and I don't even like. I mean, obviously, I love my Ripley, you know, and I like all the shit I design, but I really fucking liked that knife. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good. It's a good one. I feel that, Tomas, and I've started noticing, you know, from pics I see from you and other people posting and shit, and the shit y'all do. Do you carry a pry bar? I know that's just another tool, so I get not wanting to carry an extra tool. Um, but I also got ideas. All right, so I used to own a Benchmade. I don't remember the call numbers, but it was the rescue knife. Some of them came with like a flat tip, but they all had a rear end like flip out rescue hook. Feel me? So what if you had like a flip out pry bar that would hold up to like doing whatever you needed? Paul Mills cab does not fuck around. Yeah, the triage. Yeah, I just can't remember like the numbers for it. It was like the 980 or some shit like that. But yeah, I had the all black flat tipped one. And I fucking loved that knife. It was a fucking laser beam. I fucking lost it though. But yeah, I've kind of wanted to make a knife with you know, whether it's the Ripley platform or something else, but like, you know, shorten the blade up a little bit and like do a flip out something, you know, like a I fucking hate this thing. Uh, you know, like a flip out little pry bar or something. I thought that would be cool. Was it the 917 L cap? Nice. Yeah, I just totally couldn't remember. I remember I had my 940 and I had my fucking my 580 Barrage, and then that's about all I remember. Uh, I don't know the name of it either, but I know Hathaway knives and I know his pry bars and I know what they look like. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh shit, later, Grateful. Paul Mills, yeah, was that sharp enough for you? You were worried about it. You were like, well, not worried about it. You said as long as it was sharp. I think I did a 22 per side or 23 per side edge on it. I can't remember. I should have wrote it down. This whole fucking fixed sharpening system is new to me. I need to start writing shit down. Excellent, Paul. Word, yeah, okay, yeah, because they have like a sheep's foot front, the flat front, which I had. It looked like a screwdriver. And then I had a couple different colorways for sure. I know that an orange one. I had the all black one. Uh, it was a great knife, man. Like I know people talk shit on Benchmade, especially now for being overpriced for how the market is now and all the other companies that make like high quality shit. But when I bought that when I was fucked, dude. It was probably in my mid 20s when I bought that triage. Um, and I'm 41. Uh, And yeah, I paid $250, $300 for it probably, but dude, I mean, it was a great fucking knife. I mean, I never had no issue with it. Hella great edge. It was a fucking laser beam. Paul, fuck. Uh, I know I did to make sure it was like semi even all the way across. I mean, I'm not a machine, so it's not like fucking perfect, but I want to say before I sharpened it, yeah, I think it was like 15 or 20 before I sharpened it. Ish. I'm sorry, dude. I need to be better about that. Like that's stuff I'm learning that I've never thought about much, and now it actually is stuff that matters. You know what I mean? Um, so I do apologize for that, but I want to say it was closer to 15 ish, maybe a little lower. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe a little lower than that before I sharpened it. Because I was trying to keep it thin, but then like it does get a little thicker towards the tip. I did leave. That's why the bevel gets a little thicker. You know what I mean? Like the edge of bevel. Because I don't want you to break the tip prematurely. And also, I'm not used to doing hollow ground shit, dude. That's like the second or whatever hollow ground knife I've ever fucking done. Uh, you know what I mean? So I have no fucking idea. If it fucks up, we'll work it out. Nice cab, dude. I wish I still had mine. Honestly, that is so. I've had three major Benchmades: the 940, that one, and the 580 Barrage. I fucking hate this thing. Uh, I lost the fucking 940 on the train. I know that because I had it in my back pocket, and we switched trains, and I didn't have it anymore. Uh, the Barrage, I'm pretty sure it fell off of my Carhartt pocket in my tattoo shop parking lot one day. I remember hearing a sound one day and I didn't think nothing of it. And then, like 3 days later, I couldn't find my knife. I don't know. It's fucking dumb. Uh, but my triage, I think I had it sitting on my fucking like secondary toolbox at the tattoo shop I was tattooing, and I think somebody swiped it. I have no recollection of losing it in any other fashion, so that one really makes me sad. Oh, Paul, that's good, man. Like, yeah, dude, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Like, again, that's like the second haul I've ever done. Uh, that very first practice one I did like swoop it out a little bit at the end. Well, I was trying to. It was a little uneven. Obviously, it was the first one I did, but that was kind of a pain in the ass, and I wasn't trying to like waste your blade and or time. So yeah, I just went with straight. And obviously, if it fucks up, I'll take care of you. But no shit, Tomas, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I had the classic, well, older one, the green with the purple backspacer. And honestly, I mean, like, the blade grind was terrible, dude. It was like one of the thickest behind the edge knives I've ever had in my life. I ended up like convexing the edge, and it cut better than it did from stock. But like, dude, like they really fucked up on how like the behind the edge thickness on that motherfucker. Nice, Paul. And a reblade for AD20s. Are you gonna have Brian do those? Or are you trying to get some? Does Brian do AD20s? A sheer beer, what up, dude? Or lady? I have no idea. What up, person of electronic communication style? I wish I had blood capsules on here. You know the scene from Fight Club where he's in the office and his manager's talking to him, and he just goes, and he just has blood in his gums. You know what I mean? I want to do that like 47 times a day to people. I just need to have like blood capsules on hand. Mills, yeah, dude. Like, you know why I'm so sad about losing my 940? Because I don't have anything to get a reblade from fucking homie Brian. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this. You probably have, and I'll do it real short here. But I found out about Brian a long time ago. I started following him, and then I kind of like started messaging him a little bit, and or like really following him, and then I like bullied my way into being his friend. So I fucking love Brian, and I wish I owned something by him, but I don't. Church, I appreciate you, man. I do. I don't need no practice though. Shit. Paul Mills, do I need practice? Tell this man. Hell yeah, Cab. So, all right. So when I started learning to make knives, Paul Mills, thanks. Uh, it was random. All right. So I've told the story live like a long time ago. Up church, you sneaky bastard. Uh, anyway, it's always live on somebody that I respected early on, like Rip, fucking Pocket Razors, and a couple other people. Anyway, the first time I saw a handmade custom knife, I was taking some weed to my homeboy, fellow tattoo artist at a different shop. Uh, he knew I could get the good shit, so I was taking him some weed, right? And I was about to leave. He was like, "Oh man, you fucking love knives and carry knives and blah blah." Cause, I always had a knife on me and shit. I was the fucking kid with a knife. Uh, and he showed me it was like a fucking god, fucking fuck you, YouTube. Look at this, smoking weed. Anyway, it was like about as long as a fucking goddamn Bic lighter. Little fixie, right? And it had like bright blue G10 handles, little contouring on them. And it was a little like kind of Warncliffe sheep's footy little blade. And it was made by a dude named Derek Lee. He's out of California. I don't think he does much now, but yeah, my homeboy Devin was like, "Oh, check this out," because he flew out to tattoo some hockey players out in California, and got hooked up with this knife maker, Derek Lee, who got a tattoo while he was out there. And Derek gave him that little fixie as like a tip or whatever, you know what I mean? And he showed that to me as I was leaving that day. And I looked at this motherfucker. I'm talking like, I don't want to trigger this goddamn camera, but like, short ass knife, like the size of my Bic lighter. I'm looking at him like, I can make that motherfucker. Well, I couldn't really. I mean, I didn't know shit about working on metal. I was fucking, but I fucking figured it out in a short time. Well, kind of. But yeah, I mean, that's what sparked it, really. It was like, oh, fuck, dude, I can make this. This thing's sweet. So then I filed a couple things out of some mild steel, and I was like, fuck that. Oh, my whole fucking point was the heat treat. God damn. I wish I had, like, auditory impact from you guys. I swear to God, you fucking, whichever god you want. Cthulhu, fucking whatever one. I wish fucking YouTube would allow me to, like, allow chat audio feedback. How amazing would that be? If I could like either play your comment as an audio fucking, like I could hear you, or I could like just randomly select a person in the chat and they could just talk to me until I deselected them, feel me? Oh man, that would make this so much more glorious. The whole point was heat treat. When I first learned to make knives, so I followed a couple things in a mild steel, and I was like, oh shit, I probably can do this. Bought the little mini 1x30 grinder from fucking Harbor Freight, ground out a couple fucking files just like with no care, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit. Heat treat, I wasn't caring about using them. I was just like, can I use a fucking belt grinder? Crude, terrible, yes, but could. So the first fucking thing I bought because I wanted to make knives was my heat treat oven. So thank you, Cab, because I'm not as fucking nuts crazy about it as Brian is, but it was my original main fucking goal when I started making knives, was to be able to heat treat steel to the parameters I wanted to. Because without that, I was just making knife-shaped objects or paying someone else to do the real work for me. Real work. There's nothing wrong with sending shit out, especially batches. Like, I'm not talking shit or have qualms with that. But as a person who wanted to learn the craft, that was a no-brainer, like, had to do for me. Like, I had to learn how to do that. Also, Upchurch, I don't even know what a Formax Scout is, homie. Don't even know. Is that a cold seal? Is that a Demco? What the fuck is that? It's been 4 minutes since anyone said anything. I'm freaking out. Y'all don't want me to freak out. Or do you? Cold steel. Nice. Yeah, my only cold steel is my Recon 1, which I fucking love. That is the only reason I wanted to make folders. And that's basically why my Ripley is basically the exact same size as that motherfucker's. Nice, Paul. Yeah, man, I don't know, dude. The D10 is so fucking finicky as a personal thing, you know what I mean? Like, everybody likes it so much different. So I just kind of make it to where I think it works really good and fucking send it, you know what I mean? I'll dial it in more probably in the future, I guess, or be able to decipher how to dial it in better to someone's needs, you know, to suit it to someone's needs. But dude, I don't know. It's fucking wild. It's a fucking weird thing to do. Yeah, Upchurch sent it to me. I mean, I don't be doing reblades because I don't want to replace somebody's knife that I fuck up. So I can't afford that. And that's why I've never done them. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? Send me pics. Yeah, D10's wild, man. I don't even know. No, Paul, I get it, man. Because like sometimes, you know, like I like a real stiff D10 in one aspect, but like I want like a medium one and a different, or basically I kind of want like a kind of medium one all around, or a very stiff one all around where it's not a toy. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Like I'm again, like the Cold Steel Recon one is one of my favorite knives ever, and that is not a fucking fidget toy at all. You have to manually open that motherfucker. So like I've never really cared about the whole like opening action thing until I've had to care because of Maker. You know what I mean? So I'm making them with like flippers and all that shit, and they work good like that. But I personally, for my own shit, I really don't give a fuck about any of that. Like my cold steel, I've showed it before. I rebladed it, and I did not put a opening option on it. There's no thumb stud. There's no thumb disc. There's no, there's nothing. It's just the blade. And you gotta like press on the blade and like slow roll it open. Feel me? Because I do not give a shit about opening it fast, despite my knives being able to do that. Just doesn't matter to me. 12 poor tortured souls watching. I am running low on content though, unless y'all are more engaging. And I'm not like prying or talking shit. I'm saying like, I don't know. I really don't got shit. Kind of talk about what I've been doing, what I got going on. I mean, again, yeah, like cold steel, like from my experience, I mean, I've played with some other knives. I got a neighborhood homie who's got a bunch of like the cool fixies, like the the big Sanmai Bowie and like a couple of the fucking Tontos and shit, the fixed blade Tontos and shit like that. And they're bad as fuck, man. He beats the shit out of them, taking camping and all that. I just don't have much personal experience with them, like in hand. Yeah, light detent is no good. I either want like a nice middle fucking of the road, all around where like you can feel the flipper, but if you use it with authority, it works. But the thumb stud always works and the reverse always works. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to tune all three. But a weak, no. And I'd rather a super stiff one to where you can only use it by thumb or only use it, like I'd rather that over a weak one for sure. But I wouldn't put nothing like that out. Or if I did and people didn't like it, I mean, I'll fix that motherfucker. That's for sure. Any good customizers to watch out for and get in on small knife maybe for Christmas. Fuck. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. Because, like, a bunch of people make smaller knives, I mean? Like, Zach Perlow, he makes a couple of, like, smaller knives. Compared to mine, I guess all mine are 8 inches plus. So, I guess it depends on what you mean by smaller. I do have smaller designs that I have made. I just haven't made in years. I'll have to pull out my brother's Defiant Proto and then like my Defiant here at some point. The design needs to be at least strong enough. Well, yeah, I mean, lockup is essential for sure. But I'm saying, like, like, I don't know, like, flipper tabs are weird to me. Like, it depends on where they're at. Like, this is my older one, and they don't work as good as my new ones because I moved this up just slightly. But, like, I can fill this one. But if you use it, it doesn't fill. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, I don't care. I don't want it to be a push button. Like, well, I mean, I don't need it to be a push button. Feel me? Like, if you use it, it works. But this is also my 3-year-old prototype. So give me a break here. Cozart, yeah, for sure. Liner lock knife that I really like, but has really like detent. Have you tried bending the lock bar in a little bit? be kind of pushing it, I think, at this point, but maybe. I mean, yeah, money talks. Dude, it's so funny. Like, I want to run my knife business like I ran my tattoo business. And it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. I'd be like blackballed in a week. What's up, Dan Stan? We just chilling. Seriously though, like tattoo, coming from the tattoo world to this world is so fucking different. I don't think you guys even understand. Maybe some of you do, but fuck me, man. It's so different. Even like maker to maker, it's different. Like, you know, in the tattoo world, you could walk up to a dude and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing right there? And they'd be like, well, I'm doing this. And you'd be like, nah, man. And you explain it, and they'd be like, fuck, dude, shit, thanks. You know what I mean? Like, if you did that in the knife world, I mean, motherfuckers would tell you get fucked. Or feel some kind of way about it. Or be like, this dude's an asshole. Like, it's just a totally different kind of art form, and it's fucking weird to me. And I'm still getting used to it. I know you guys have no idea what I'm rambling about, but just thoughts I've had. Feel me? Maybe not. I have no idea. Out with the youth group? No more of that. In with the future, bitches. Don't get lasered. I'll laze every one of you motherfuckers. Hello. Still pretty light though, even though you bent the lock bar. Liner lock. Light detent. Already increased the lock bar. Yeah, at that point, I don't know, man. That's the problem, dude. Like, I mean, I technically started making folders like 3 years ago. 3 years ago? 2023? 2 years ago? Fuck, dude. That's not even that long. 2.5 years ago? But it's weird because, like, you know, I figured out how to do the shit, and then I figured out a better, proper way to do the shit from like fellow makers, and you know that's kind of what I've done since. And like when it fucks up, obviously you kind of have to like improvise and make it work. But like I'm still so new to this, so like I can't explain certain things on how to, you know, to do them in a sense. You know, like you can do a bigger fucking detent, you know, and then you know you just re-drill the detent hole in the blade until it, you know, works. You know, you just inch it up, inch it up, inch it up. Which is how I do fucking detents now, in a sense. But to keep the same size detent ball, I don't really know how to do that. I don't even think that's. I don't even know. I don't even know. So I've reset a couple detent balls, but I'm so weird about it. The like, so when you set a detent ball to a certain depth, say you set in you're leaving 24 proud, right? So if you pop that out, that hole in the titanium has already been wallowed out to 24, you know, to leave 24 thou proud. Feel me? Uh, so you can't really leave like less, or you can't leave one way I'm more or less proud because, it'd be a smaller hole needed. Like adjusting a detent's fucking weird. So you can always go up to a 2 millimeter one and then drill a bigger hole. But I haven't had to deal with it a lot. So I don't really know like a lot of the nuances or science behind it. You got me staring at the fucking wall like an asshole. Yeah, you can find the D10 ball too. Yes, which I've experimented with such things. That's it's just a different can of worms. Feel me? It's just a different thing. So then you're widening the surface area of that ball. You know what I mean? But then, so having to sand and or flatten a fucking D10 in place along the same plane that it would ride on your blade, feel me? It's really easy to go over, so then you might have to adjust the hole and then you might have to adjust the ball. And then at some point, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm still pretty fresh on the scene, but like, there's a lot of weird shit that goes into it with that shit. But yeah, man, when do I think I'll be able to start getting scales cut? I don't know, El Cap. Loot is getting pretty close on my shit. I think we mostly nailed out the lock side and the blade, which means the show side's nailed out as well because that's a mirror image less the lock bar cut. And then he said he was going to start working on the backspacer and clip. And after the other two things, that's pretty fucking mindless, I would assume. So as soon as he sends me that shit, I will hit up now a third new fucking company. Because the last two I've wasted so much money. I don't think you guys understand how dealing with trying to get shit made by other people wastes your fucking money. Anyway, so I'm going to hit up a third new person, Niagara Specialty Metals. They're supposed to be super legit. We'll fucking find out. But with loot shit, so not only will I be able to get a model file for my water jet EDM, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm doing two, basically. So, like, I'm having one where everything's, like, the frame's all purposely where it should be, but all holes are undersized and whatever because water jet and stuff, you can't do it, like, fully to size, etc. And then I'll get a second set to where I could, like, have them fully CNC'd if I wanted to. That way in the future, I can be able to do like a true pseudo production run of my own shit here. You know what I mean? Like have fucking Steingraber SPK or fucking Hypercut or whoever else make all my shit. Me assemble it, grind it, finish it, all that shit, and be able to put out like true pseudo fucking production mid-tech things. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But I gotta get these program things done first. Because I ain't trying to spend time learning that shit. Cab, like, hit me up later on when I'm not all fucked up. And we'll talk through it, man. Maybe we can figure it out. Crispy, what's up, dude? Crispy, I meant to reply to you earlier, man. I did. I was fucking up with, not fucking up, but busy working on some shit. Fucked up a pry bar proto for somebody. Borrowed a fucking air compressor, got that set up. It was just a fucking day, bro. But Always. Cheers, homie. I did mean to get back to you. I just fucking spaced it, man. Yeah, okay, we can work it out. And I don't know who the maker is or whatever, but if they're hard to get a hold of and I can figure it out, maybe we can work it out. I don't really want to fuck with them and maker shit, but I'll try to fucking figure it out for you. Crispy, sometimes it does, dude, and it's fucking dumb, It'll just be dumb shit. Like today, or not today. Was it today? Fuck. No, it was yesterday. Yesterday was a fucking comedy errors, man. That was when my shit broke. I locked myself out of my house. I had to break into my own goddamn house. It's fucking retarded. Man. It's stupid holiday weekend though. Fucking hate this holiday. Fucking hate all holidays. However, it's just me and my immediate family. Aside from my fucking brother-in-law, I might have to fight him again at some point. But not again. I've never actually fought him, but I'll fucking kick the shit out of this dude. Aaron, hello. Be nice. In case you're watching. He likes to watch. Snafu. Dude, I have snafu pegs on my fucking BMX. What else? Make a ranger. What up, dude? What are you doing? I'm just over here talking shit to my brother-in-law and other people. What are you doing? Kevin C 5109. It's pretty official, bro. Lock rock. I mean, I don't know, man. Try bending on the lock bar. Take it apart, bend that lock bar in. Other than that, you're pretty much fucked, man. Other than putting a bigger stop pin in. Turkey Day food? Oh, that's early, man. You got in-laws and shit. I am so fucking. I fucking hate to say it because of the fucking holiday connotation. Thankful that me and my 6 fucking adult siblings, only one of us has a fucking child and a husband. So holidays are pretty good still. I mean, it's just pretty much just us siblings hanging out with mom. It's nice. What the fuse? What the fuck am I missing? Shit, you say L4, L5, S1. Fucked my liver. Crispy, bro. Cheers. Mine's my I don't remember what it is. It's super low. So L5 and L4. I don't know. 2 of mine are all blown out and fucked up. I walked with a cane for fucking 11 months of my life, like a couple years back, and then off and on for a little while. Mother, wifey, and kiddos. Well, that's not too bad. That sucks, Mick. Yeah, dude, it blows, man. I feel like, so like, I know I'm like the eldest brother, but I'm also like the most fucking weirdo, extreme, whatever you want to call it. Just the fucking out of the norm, brother. But I've always been the one that can just like do whatever, you know what I mean? Uh, and now I am a fucking bitch. You know, like I ain't trying to lift, I ain't trying to lift nothing heavy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I can't or couldn't. I mean, now I'm weak as fuck because I've been a bitch for so long, but I'm so scared of living through that again. Like I don't want to inflame it again. You know what I mean? Like, because they're like permanently fucked, and I have like weekly, daily / issues, but not like what it was at one point. You know what I mean? Where it was like truly, completely incapacitating. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever want to fucking deal with that again. So like, I just stopped doing shit. So now I just like feel like a bitch every day of my life. True story. I still swing though. Fuck you. Pull up, find out. Crispy is hardcore. Don't even fuck with Crispy. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even know what I missed. I'm so sorry. Oh, just the news, yeah. Crispy is hardcore though. You don't want to fuck with Crispy. Let me tell you. I won't tell you, but you don't want to fuck with him. Trust me. You're my neck. I'm my back. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Fuck you, One Moon. I stopped. Fuck you. Love you. No, dude. I literally stopped skating because I was scared of fucking my back up even more, dude. Like, it was the worst shit I've ever experienced in my life. It's so bad, bro. It was so bad. It was so bad. Now I have gotten on the board since, and I have been getting more active to rehabilitate myself recently. But yeah, no, dude, that shit fucked me up, dude. And what fucked me up was because it happened while I was getting laundry, and then I walked with a cane for 9 months. I literally like got laundry out of my dryer and tried to stand up and couldn't. Feel me? And then I walked with a cane for 9 months, and then I was scared like a little bitch. So I stopped being scared, and I'm starting to like do things to fix that, or at least strengthen said areas around the said discs without getting surgery. So that shit freaks me out. Mick, that is fucked up, dude. And I'm glad you're still here, bro. I mean, like, I was always one of those, like, I've thought about it. I could do it, maybe. But dude, I might freak out in that situation, bro. So I'm fucking fully serious, man. Seriously. Glad you're still here. That shit is wild. I mean, like, when I was younger, I used to talk shit about killing myself over losing a finger or something, you know what I mean? Like that. But, like, as I've gotten older, I've thought about it a lot more. Obviously, I was just talking shit as a kid. But, dude, being paralyzed and shit, fuck, dude. And that's what freaks me out about my back. Like, fuck, dude. Mm-mm. I mean, I'd rather, as long as they work, I'd rather feel like fire than not work. I know it sounds fucked up, but like my back feels like that sometimes, and it still works. It just sucks dick. You know what I mean? It just blows. Uh, I mean, it kind of works at that point. It doesn't work great at that point, but you know what I mean. I don't know. It's probably different. We have different shit, but yeah, being paralyzed and shit that scares the fuck out of me, dude. Fuck. I remember watching some fucking. It was like a horror movie or something. I think it was like uh Tales from the Crypt or something, like an ep from that. It was because it was like short. Feel me? Uh, but it was like a dude. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, if y'all remember anything I'm talking about, please fucking inform me because I just have vague recollections of this. Recollections. It was like small apartment, dude, in like a wheelchair, like using the straw thing, and like, you know what I mean, to move around. And at some point, he had like an auto fucking like saran wrap thing for his food or whatever, and like wrapped himself up in it. I saw that as a young kid, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I would totally do that. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that always kind of fuck with me. Like, that shit scares the fuck out of me. Psst, I'll eat you in a taco. Shut up. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. My shit, so I got like basically nerve damage in my fucking shit from tattooing. My shit kind of goes like numb, you know what I mean? Like basically like these three fingers, sometimes this one, but mostly these three. God damn this thing. Because that's my stretching hand, you know. Uh, and it's fucking weird. My whole fucking arm is fucked from that shit. Pain meds ain't helping you anyway, Crispy man. Like with my back. So the funny thing about my back issue that when it happened was like that was like it was it was the tail end of, but because I was like 28, it was the tail end of my like super crazy party years, or whatever. But when I first went in for it, and they were like, doc did some scans on me, and he was like, "Yeah, I know your shit's fucked up. I just don't know how bad because he didn't have a fucking whatever the fuck it is, a CAT scan or whatever the fuck it is." Uh, why is my brain broken right now? Doesn't matter. More than an X-ray. Uh, so like he gave me some pain meds or whatever, and I told him that wasn't going to work because I party. I've done all the pain meds at that point, all of them, fucking all of them. And I did do them. I took them for the back pain, and guess what they did? Not a goddamn fucking thing. At that point, they weren't even getting me high, um, which pissed me off. Anyway, and then it got super, super bad. Like the height of it, I was like, it was basically got migraine in the back. Like it was fucked up, dude. Like I was like damn near beating my face against the wall because it fucking sucked. I didn't sleep for like 48 hours. Went in there, got a fucking shot in my ass. Got it. Oh, an MRI. See? Yeah. Anyway, that's what I was looking for earlier. MRI. Got an MRI. I found out that my discs are just, completely fucked. And then just stopped doing shit. Like I laid up for like 6-8 months to rest that shit up. You know what I mean? And I've only had like 2 flare ups since because I don't do a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Like I stand and I work in my fucking shop. I don't pick nothing up. I don't be lifting heavy shit. I don't be doing shit. And it's fucking wild, man, how it like changed my life. Opiates are wild, man. Yeah, dude. So I did all the party drugs. I'm one of those lucky people that I can pretty much do anything I want, and for as long as I want, as much as I want, and then just like not do it. I'm okay. Sure, maybe some headaches or whatever, a little shakiness at night. Aside from that, it wasn't that bad. Uh, but I dated my last girlfriend was straight up like the poster child of opiate fucking addiction. She used to take like 200 milligrams of Oxycontin to not get a headache. That wouldn't even get her high. That would just be to qualm not getting a headache. Feel me? Um, yeah. So those were wild times. That definitely went downhill. She's not dead, despite being revived several times since last I saw her. But she is still alive, has kids and stuff. Crazy. Yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. It never really fucking me like that. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm broken. Uh, just pure luck. I don't fucking genetics. I have no idea, man. I don't understand that shit on a scientific basis. I dated a girl that I literally watched her break into people's shit for fucking drugs before. Uh, and I've never had to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I've lived a weird life, man. I don't know. I've done all that same shit. It just didn't do the same thing to me that it did to some of my best friends. You know what I mean? Like my homeboy Hood or my homeboy Gonzo. Uh, just like straight fucking downhill. You know what I mean? Like just changed their brain chemistry. Feel me? Uh, and it just didn't happen to me. And it's just fucking weird. Which I'm glad I just, you know, yeah, that's all I do now. It's good. It's good though. Tomas, see what I'm saying? I was getting laundry, man. Like, what the fuck? I went to grab the basket. I was like, oh, I can't move. And I was just like this for like 9 months. I was just like this. I was like fucking Lurch, fucking Igor for like fucking months. It was fucking so dumb. Yeah, man. Like in the pills, that's what I'm saying. Like the pills don't do anything. Like they might get you high for a little while, but then they don't do shit. They never did shit for the pain, not for me. So we're watching this fucking series right now called Dope Sick. It's got Michael Keaton and some other people in it. And it's about the whole OxyContin fucking epidemic, but like on the actual fucking business legal side or whatever. And they're portraying these people and I get it. And that's the problem with me being tainted with the way I grew up, which is degenerate as fuck and get partying and doing drugs. But like specifically, I don't know if you've seen the episode or the show, but it doesn't really give anything away. Uh, Basically, they talk about folks in this mining town getting hurt, getting prescribed oxy, and how like they're still going back and mining every day, right? On oxy with these fucked up injuries, right? Feel me? And I'm like, that's not real life. Cause that shit didn't do goddamn thing for my pain, you know what I mean? It might have gotten me like stoned, but like I still wasn't fucking moving, you know what I mean? Like, so that shit's weird to me. But then again, like these are probably people that have never taken any drugs of any form before. So like I guess if you're that high for the first time on like an opiate and have never done drugs, even though you have some crazy pain, maybe you feel normal at that point. I don't know. And that's why I feel like fucking weird and biased, like, or jaded, or don't understand. Because I'm like, painkillers of any form, I don't care how strong, morphine, Oxycontin, fucking any of the shit. Like, none of it has ever actually killed pain for me. You might like care less because you're like, hi, I mean, for me. But it's never actually killed the pain, feel me? So, like, I have no idea how that affects normal people. It's actually funny. Yeah, Mick, for sure. Watching the show because they were talking about how, like, they're getting past the, oh, you can't crush and smoke it because you gotta, like, suck on it for a second, like, rub the coating off on it. Dude, later in the years, these motherfuckers, they came up with, like, basically, like, unfucking, doable as far as recreation fucking pills of oxy, like uncrushable, unfucking snortable, blah blah blah. And my girlfriend at the time and her junky ass friends, I'm sure they didn't figure it out. I'm sure they learned it from somebody else, but they figured out that if you like shred it up with a fucking like rotary file, and then if you bake it at a certain temperature for a little bit, and then you pull it out and it looks like mini coconut flakes, and then you bunch it up and then you chop that up and then you snort that, then it works really good. What? Junky's gonna junk, let me tell you. Crispy, that's the same for me and my brother, man. Like, we both get crazy headaches and we both have extreme back pain. Ernie has diagnosed degenerative back disease, which my dad, my uncle, and like basically everybody in our whole family has. I've never been diagnosed with it because my back is technically several protruding discs, which is a little different. But I probably have the same fucking thing. But me and Ernie are just like, well, this is just normal life. So we don't really know. You feel me? Mick, for sure, man. Oh, junkies and meathead. What are you talking about? A meathead? Meathead is just like a crazy douchebag jock around here. Uh, but yeah, Mick, for sure, man. It can definitely fuck with you on many levels. Dude, my use when in my 20s was fucking crazy, dude. And it's so wild that I'm 40 now and I've actually not done drugs for like over 10 years. It feels like I was doing drugs like literally like 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't. It's fucking what time is fucking weird. Dude, I used to mix all kinds of crazy shit together, man. Like while we were watching while we were watching this goddamn dope sick fucking show, because we're like, I don't know, we're only like, I don't know, 4 or 5 eps in. Uh, and there's like people dying from the shit already. And I'm like, why are you dying? I used to mix things with other things and I'm still here. Also, not that I was doing it like, I mean, they're doing it in bigger quantities than I was. I was not snorting fucking 160 milligrams. That shit would kill me. But god damn, I was. And my fucking friends who were doing math mounts, well, friends at the time, not many of them are dead, and I don't really understand how that happened. Uh, I definitely lost a bunch when we were younger, like high school to like early 20s. There was like 6 to fucking 8, probably homies that fucking, well, homies. Only a couple were actually friends, but you know what I mean. that bit the dust from the shit. But no, dude, no, I feel you, man. So like again, with like opiates, you know, opiates were always pretty much a constant, and then you just mix in everything else, like the depressants and the uppers and everything. Well, I was never big on the uppers, like like doing whatever the ADHD shit is or ADD shit is. What the fuck am I thinking? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't really like uppers, man. I was always about downers, man. I want depressants. I want fucking tranquilizers. I want Valium at all times. That's why I like opiates because they were like down, and like they made me feel down, but they kept me awake. Feel me? Uh, it was fucking weird, dude. Uh, Drug use is fucking weird and so personally particulate to one's like body chemistry. Feel me? Like you know, even some of my closest homies that I got fucked up with the most, we all got fucked up in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, even though we're probably doing the same stuff, kind of, but like in different quantities in their, individualisms. Yeah, Ritalin or what's the other one? Adderall. Adderall. God damn it. Yeah, Adderall. But yeah, Ritalin or Adderall. Uh, that shit is not for me, dude. I cannot do that shit. That shit makes me feel like I'm bugging out. Uh, I might kill people. I've only done it like twice. I can't fucking do it. Yeah, Xanax, dude. So Xanax is crazy as a barbiturate, dude. It's like booze, and it will kill you coming off of it a lot of times. You know what I mean? Uh, and dude, so I wasn't like I basically only did Xanax. I was like Xanax was just like one of the many. I liked the quadruple to sextuple high. You know what I mean? Like we'd wake up, smoke a shit ton of weed, snort a bar of Xanax, get the strongest fucking coffees we could get, go do some cocaine, go do some Xanax, smoke some weed, go to the bar. You know what I mean? Like it would just be like a mix of fucking bullshit through the night, throwing some cocaine at the end of the night. And we just mix it up like that throughout the fucking day. So we were never really like, oh shit, not a barbiturate. My bad, my bad. Oh yeah, benzo. My bad, my bad. Uh, but you still die coming off of it, right? The Xanax. That's where my brain was. Benzos are wild. Valium, dude. The fuck, dude. That was one of my favorite fucking shits. You do 50-50 Valium and blow. Woo! On top of smoking and drinking, obviously. Obviously. Crazy nurses, sign me up. You still got their number or what? Oh yeah, man, eating them like Tic Tacs. Yeah, that's not good, man. Yeah, like we do a bar in the morning, and a little bit throughout the day, but not like that, man. Because it was always like that was the thing of me. It was always like several things, but not a lot of all of them. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? That was how I liked to party, which is probably what helped me in the end. No, Mick, dude, no, I feel you, man, dude. I feel you, man. Been around it. I mean, technically, maybe I should have been not necessarily for my drug use, but maybe for my mental states at times. But yeah, I was never like I dove straight into one thing. It was just like doing everything all at once, all the time. It was good times. I have no, some regrets. Turned out okay for me though. All right, let's say I gotta take a tingle. Should I end it or should I go take a tingle and come back? I'm down. I'll get another beer. Hmm. 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 All right. Well, fuck y'all. I'm gonna take a tingle and be back. Muting you. No. Down to 9. I knew I'd lose one. God damn it. Fuck you. Whoever left. Love you. I've been rejuvenated. Oh, and Tomas, if you're still in here, I'll be making them bruisers. Don't worry. I got ideas on how you all cannot break them. I literally said I was taking a tinkle. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Holy shit, everybody. I literally said I'm gonna take a tinkle. I'll be right. I'm gonna mute you. I'll be right. Back it up. Back it up and look. Tomas, yeah, for sure, man. I got ideas, man. Cause dude, I really appreciate that Dave was down to trade Merceau and get that Ripley off of him. But as he stated, like, that's still really not his style. It's just too thin for him. You know what I mean? But I want a knife that nor him or Scott or you can fucking break. And I will fucking deliver that. I promise you. Just give me a hot minute here. Latest project? I don't really have a latest project. I got a build coming up. I do some carving for around February. Other than that, I don't know. It's just a bunch of builds coming ahead, man. Kind of just all, personalized for materials, etc. Personal projects, I got nothing going on. I want to make a Bally song real bad. I want to make myself a dagger real bad. I need to get a nice high quality Bally song that has a center pin stop rather than an internal stop. Feel me? Like a stop pin on the blade for the open and close. to kind of reverse engineer and design my own because I've never really like owned one. I played with them when I was younger, but I really need like to have one. I want to buy a machine wise one. Well, but I'm fucking poor, so I don't buy knives like that. These are scales. Like scales for what? Cab. I'm trying to start working that in on the next. Basically, every set of builds, I'm basically going to try to make one of them for myself so that I have them sitting around and I can A, carry them, and B, send them out to people if I want. You know what I mean? Tomas, yeah, that's probably because you're not fucking as silly about it as Dave or fucking Scotch. Like, yeah, I get it. Well, you're still putting pressure on those, you know. You're gonna pop that thing sooner or later. But I got ideas on like only 9 of you in here. I don't give a fuck. So I want to like basically put like bronze bushings, feel me? On either side of the inside of each scale. I don't know. This is a random like I'm still working on this whole concept. So like when you flip it open and whatever part of the tang, not necessarily this knife here, but whatever part of the tang is up in here, right? So that gap there, there's no more gap. It's like there's a bushing there, but it's up here. So like that will help with the lateral pressure, feel me? Because there'll be no pivot point. And then I also want to do some form of like basically over the top brace or through brace to where it basically like locks both the scales together like solid. So like even if you're prying on it, it's not going to flex the scales one way or the other. I don't know. I got fucking kind of loose fucking sketches and loose ideas going on, and I think I can fucking implement them into a fashion to where you can purposely pry with the fucking knife and not break it. But I've yet to actualize it. Mick, I mean, like, I could totally do that if I had a fucking mill, but I don't have no mill, man. Like, that's way too much work for doing the shit, like, all one off by hand, you know what I mean? LCAP. I don't know anything about the like frame locks or anything. I was talking about the Bally song. Tamaz, yeah, like a purpose-built bruiser. You know what I mean? Like made to fucking pry on shit without putting pressure on certain areas. So Scorpion 6 did this thing where he did like a brace that like went over the pivot, which is cool, and that does help because it braces the pivot and spreads out that load, feel me? On that plane. Uh but if you could have something that like collared it like from side to side, not just like a big pivot that went side to side, because you could do that. You could do basically your stop pin. Uh, you could just do a big head on it, and then sandwich it that way. But if you had something that was solid, like C channeled, that braced side to side, as well as those internal bushings I was talking about to alleviate the pivot movement, the pivot point of prying laterally. If you had both of those plus a full length backspacer, there would be nothing that could move at all. You know what I mean? I mean, extreme. You hit it with a sledgehammer, maybe, but you know what I mean? Like full length backspacer, those internal bushings that I was talking about, and then that collar. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, you'd break the fucking blade before you'd fucking break anything else, right? I mean, that's where my brain's at. So it'd probably be held in, it'd probably be bolted in place, but like the fact that it would be perfectly, it would be a collar, that slipped, like exactly over this, like no, not even barely a slip fit, like a press fit, you know what I mean? Like just slide it on, bolt it together, and it would it'd be like a mini integral part of the knife in theory. Feel me? At least that's where my brain's at. Again, all theory and my thoughts. I have not realized or actualized in reality any of that. But in my mind, it fucking works. Like an integral like collar that you would slide in. Now, if I had a mill, I would even, like mill out, down and, like mill out a chunk of each scale and then it would like slot in. You know what I mean? That would be even better. Or honestly, I don't know why anybody, I want to talk about this. If anybody does this soon, anyone in this chat, you 10 people, I get credit. If they would just make a regular ass frame lock, right? But only like this part was integral. I mean, you could pretty much like pry and do whatever the fuck you wanted with that knife and it would never break. You would just have to make sure there was no flipper and nothing came up here. It'd have to be like thumb stud only. But as long as nothing came up here, you could have this solid all the way up. You just literally like this open section on my knife here. If just this section was like integral, you would never, ever break that. Like you could pry all you fucking wanted and it would never fucking break. I fucking hate standoffs. Not only do I think they're ugly, I think they're fucking lazy. And I know I might change that up in my mind in the future because of numbers or production. But I want to hope that I don't because it's ugly and it's fucking lazy. Oh, yeah, or a fuller for sure. But you know what I mean? Like, they want to be able to be a back flipper. You know what I mean? But if that part of the frame was solid, I mean, you could pry all you wanted on that motherfucker, dude. Like, what's going to fucking move? Nothing's going to move. I need a fucking mill. And I can't believe no one's ever done that before. So if anyone does it after tonight, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll do it when I get a mill. Dude, I think the thing I want to mill most for is inset locks. That would be so sweet. I mean, it would make a bunch of other things easier for me, but like inset locks, I think is the main thing I really want to mill for. That'd be so fucking cool. Do a little inset lock, be able to do whatever you want for both scales, make it look fucking cool. Yeah, mix. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. Like a fucking, like a top cap, but like, yeah, just solidifies that shit all together. It works in my brain. I don't know if it works in real life yet. But I do plan on experimenting. I'm trying to find my weed here. Sorry. Might have to move this camera. Oh, no, I found it. Yeah, I mean, it would look funky too, like it's not going to look like a normal fucking knife. It's kind of a weird brace on the front of it, but, you're going to pry open fucking the fucking Lost Ark of the Covenant and all. Might need something stout. You don't want the blaster, do you? That's right. Get blasted. I'll load this bowl. Mick, yeah, dude. It's on the list, man. I got a lot of shit on the list. And that's the problem, man. Like, I'm A, learning how to juggle making a business. B, trying to figure out how to make like money making a business. And then I also got all the book spots, you know what I mean? So like it's just a fucking weird dynamic. I gotta pry towards certain things sometimes and then other things others. So some of the experimentation and like prototyping shit, kind of takes backseat sometimes to, well, paying bills, etc. Sorry, just spilled my beer like an asshole. But yeah, no, I got several plans, man. Like, I got a folding dagger design I'm wanting to be going back into since I've actually started. So I made it before I started actually making folders. And I was looking at it the other day, and I can totally make it work now. I can actually make it work. But shit like that, like some old designs I want to get back into. Some stuff I haven't done yet, like a dagger design. Sorry, cleaning up this beer. So if you have motion issues, look away. What else? But yeah, man, I just haven't had a lot of time to do like fucking experimentation or prototyping or shit like that. Like last couple months kind of fucked me over with some supply issues. Blah blah blah. And I'm trying to get back on a normal fucking track here. So like recently, definitely haven't had any time to do any form of experimentation. I mean, yeah. You're saying like the integral only comes from one side? Like just one little scoop off of one side and then I think I understand what you're saying. But hit me up if not. Tomas, that's my man. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna be one of the testers for sure, because you and Scotch, man. Yeah, you Scotch and fucking Dave. For sure. I've just never seen anyone do what I'm talking about. So I had, for a little while, I had an idea of just like doing a, damn, there's still beer all over this. Which is what developed into having the internal bushings, feel me? Whether it's bronze or whatever the fuck I come up with. So where the initial thought came from was seeing front flippers, which I'm not normally into, or like top flippers, whatever you want to call them. But that extended portion that sticks out, right? Or even friction folders, feel me? They have that long extended portion up here, right? So if that was as thick exactly as the space that it goes into when you open it, right? At that point, it would basically do the exact same thing I'm talking about. There'd be no space and it would spread out the load, or there would be no spaces, no tolerances, and it would spread out the load. So there'd be nothing, you want to break the pivot because the load would be spread out so far. So that was where my original idea came from. But I'm not trying to do, you know, an extra inch of material on a folder for no reason if it's not a friction folder, you know what I mean? Uh, so that's what led me to you need something in there to take up that room, so you need more bushing, just like the pivot bushing, but you need it over here, but you need it in a larger scale area to where nothing can really flex. And that's where the whole idea came from. And then, yeah, the top piece, Mick, uh, that was just like the added, like guaranteed, you're not fucking moving it. You know what I mean? Which I kind of took in turn from Scorpion 6. So he had like a brace that would go across the pivot. It just didn't go over the spine, you know what I mean? It just crossed over the top of the pivot, screwed here, which did give, structural rigidity. But I'm talking like doing that on fucking steroids, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, I think, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Again, these are just like random ideas I've had. Done some sketches, done some thinking on them, just haven't never fucking gotten to build them yet. So if anybody does, fight them. Probably gonna smoke this and then go to sleepy. It's like almost 1 a.m. here. Probably should have gone to bed a while ago, but this whole rest of this week's gonna be a wash with the holiday and shit. I gotta help my mom with some shit tomorrow, and then the holiday, and then the day after the holiday, Ernie's off. So like, yeah, this whole rest of this week's gonna be a wash. Tomas, I don't know if that's good or bad, bro. But Shane from Scorpion 6 is a boss. That dude is makes me feel like a bitch daily in a good way. In a like inspirational way, if you will. Because that dude is not a bitch and he does the work. Uh yeah, he's a wild dude. Or a hinder tab. That just reminds me of Brant. I can't hear hinder and not think of Brant. Oh, Brant. What a nice cat. Damn. My eyes are like barely open. Do I look asleep? Jesus. Damn. Oh shit, back up to 10. Somebody heard me talking shit. Welcome back. I joke. Totally out though, man, y'all. I'm totally out, man, y'all. I have no idea. I got nothing. Gonna remake Titanium Justin's Private Bar tomorrow, which, so I fucked up 2 of them, and by fuck up I mean like they're just out of spec, and or I put features in places they shouldn't be, like an asshole. And if he won't buy those from me, I will be selling those for like whatever price under his name. But I got to talk to him about that. Nick, hit me up about that. It's too late for me to talk about a wild button lock idea, but I get it. I'm interested in entertaining talking about it. Anyway, hit me up. Seriously. Tomas. For the bruiser? Well, it just depends, man. Like, I mean, the Predator is like the best bruiser, profile or whatever you want to call it, that I have. But I could make a Ripley a bruiser. It would just, I would just not grind it as thin. You know what I mean? And make everything bigger. So I actually have a drawing of a Ripley where it's like, it's kind of like how I did the mini Ripley, where it's 15% smaller. This one's like 5-10% bigger. It's just bigger overall. So then you just do thicker slabs for everything, thicker blade, grind it less thin. So, I mean, really, my Ripley would be fine a lot, other than the pivot area, maybe if you're like prying some shit like an asshole. But I purposely grind my Ripleys very thin because, well, I mean, that's what I like. I want them to be all fucking, slicey dicey. But I can grind them thicker and then, put a more acute bevel or a less acute bevel on them. Yeah, dude. I mean, I can make anything. I can make anything a bruiser. Nick, yeah, dude, send that shit to me, man. We'll talk about that shit. I mean, I've made only fixie so far, but I've talked to a couple people about possibly doing like a one-off folder for them personally, like for their own personal prototype or whatever. Nothing has come to fruition yet on those ends, but it's definitely been in the talks, and I'm definitely down. Obviously it would be a wait. Definitely next year sometime, but I'm into that shit on the fact that that's going to help me learn, and it gets me away from doing my own shit. It kind of gives me an outlet as far as I'm still working. I'm still doing my shit for me, but I'm doing someone else's design, but it's still along the same lines of the shit I'm doing. So I'm definitely into those kind of things in the future. You know what I mean? Mick, exactly, man. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's all about learning. And that's why I'm down to do that kind of shit. I've talked to Yako. I'll probably end up making one of his designs for him, as a folder, one of his folder designs, but just as like no more than just one for him or whatever. So he has a physical proto idea of it. You know what I mean? And it would be fucking cool, dude. And that sounds fun, especially if I'm into the design. I like that shit. Like I'm about to make a fixie for Pocket Metal that he designed. I'm gonna be doing one for Terry at some point that he designed, fixie. Uh, I've already done a couple prototypes of fixies for people. Uh, sometimes that's fun, because it's already stuff I know, but due to the shape and nature of the design, it's out of my normal element as far as what I would normally do. And I like doing that because it helps me learn. It's like tattooing, man. Like I grew up in a street shop, so if you couldn't do lettering, lettering an old school fucking rose, kanji, uh, and fucking whatever else. You know what I mean? Like if you couldn't do everything, then you weren't living up to your potential. You know what I mean? So like I like, even if I don't want to do things, like on a regular basis, I like learning certain aspects because they give me insight on how to do things differently on the stuff I do already. You know what I mean? Like I might take cues or techniques from a certain thing that I don't do, but could apply it to things I do. You know what I mean? So uh, sometimes I don't mind doing that stuff, and I like exploring new shit like that. Yeah, man, I like different fun. I was talking to Yako about trying to figure out this kind of like a. Basically, it was like his take on a super or shark lock, but it was a little different. It was like internal to the backspacer and shit. Which I've had my own ideas in a similar fashion for a backlock in the past, to where you just never really see the backlock. So yeah, man. I mean, there's so many possibilities, and it's cool to like explore that shit. And you know, even if we end up making something and it works, but maybe it's not the best, like that's still awesome, and it gives us a springboard to figure out how to either make it better or figure out something different to actualize what we want. If it wasn't for the tattoo shop, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, um, I learned to draw there, and when I decided I want to start learning to make knives and designing knives, I had all the tools and time necessary. I would just hang out in the back room and draw and sketch knife shit and use the copier and the light box and everything else until a tattoo came in, and then I'd switch to doing that. Yeah, man, without the tattoo shop, I would not be doing what I'm doing. It also gave me the range of like thought and artistic, I don't know, creativity, I guess, if you will, to, because I use a lot of those aspects from learning how to tattoo and being in the tattoo shop. In the realm I'm in now. Cat, I will barbecue you tonight. Y'all like cat? Stringy. I'll season it good though. You heard me. Can't be too mean to her. She's solo now. Anyway, I'm fucking beat. It's 1 a.m. Much love to you all. Good kicking it. Hit me up with those designs. That shit's awesome. Doggo for you. I feel you. I don't like the way dogs smell. Don't matter how clean or not. It's like that. It's just, it's something about like, it's not an allergy thing. It's like just a thing. It's fucking weird. I don't like dogs. And big dogs scare me. They're fucking weird. I actually helped a dude find and catch his fucking roaming fucking asshole dogs today. That's actually funny. I was on a walk and I seen these dogs when I was coming back towards the house. I was like, man, I ain't fucking with two random dogs that are out random running around. You know what I mean? Like, I've had incidences when I was younger, so I was like, all right, I'll cut, a block over and just walk down on the boulevard, right? So I did that. And then I seen these two bastard dogs in the alleyway, right? In between the blocks. Feel me? And I seen him, like the little bastard even looked over at me, like as it was like being a fucking doggo. You know, motherfucker looked over at me. And I seen that motherfucker. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. So we'll walk down to the fucking boulevard, which is another half block, you know, cut left, start walking back towards home. And, you know, about 5 houses down, right about where I saw him in the fucking alley, I see these two fucking doggos in this fucking yard. One was almost all the way out by the sidewalk, so I started to kind of cross into the fucking median. Now, it's not that I'm a total pussy. I will stab a dog to death if it fucking comes at me. But I don't really want to kill somebody's dog. So I will avoid the fucking situation if I can. Anyway, so I crossed over on the goddamn median in between the boulevard. Dog went in the backyard. And I saw this lady had her garage door open and her brake lights were on. Thought that was kind of weird. Didn't think much of it. Kept walking. Dude stops. Asked if I seen some dogs. Yeah, dude. Right fucking here, man. So I go over there. I start calling at him. This lady gets out of her car. She's freaking out because these dogs were fucking by her house and they showed their teeth and she was freaking out, which I get. She wasn't trying to get mauled by two fucking big ass doggos. They seemed pretty nice though, and the dude said they were nice. They were just fucking running off being assholes. So I'm calling at them, you know, clapping, whistling, trying to get them come, and they kind of came out, and then they saw their owner, and they were like, and dipped down the fucking boulevard. Anyway, he ended up getting them. I ended up cutting back up the block and then back over and then down my hill. And then he was driving up my hill after he had already like gotten in the car. But fuck, dude, it was silly. No, I get it, Thomas. When I was a kid, I was scared of dogs. Like actually scared of dogs, dude. Like, dude. Ernie, my little brother, lives with me. He don't give a fuck, dude. Which is awesome. When I was younger, dude, I was super scared of big dogs. And I realized it doesn't matter. My uncle fucking tortured me, basically. Anyway, dude, there was a couple times. So, like, we had these super nasty, like, white trash, fucking gross, racist neighbors. And they had these two, well, three at one point, but big ass fucking Rottweilers, right? And they would get loose every once in a while. And they were mean as fuck, dude. They're scary and big as fuck. And they cordoned me a couple times when we were younger. And Ernie would walk up and just fucking Ernie kicked one of them, I think, one of the times. And he just didn't give a fuck, dude. Ernie would just walk up on a dog and just be fucking alpha. And dogs scared the shit out of me when I was younger. Now I'll just fucking stab one. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to, but now I know I can and will. So I'm less scared. I still don't want to fuck with a dog though. They're fucking. That's a beast. I don't want to get bit by no beast. Ugh. Chihuahua, dude. Chihuahuas, fucking little yippy, vicious little bastards though. My homegirls fucking. Oh man, they have fucking. They used to have 3 fucking chihuahuas. They had them forever, and they were like super old at one point, man. And they were just like, you know, all snarl toothed, and like one of them was like half blind, one of them was deaf, and the other was just fucking asshole. Dude, chihuahuas are fucking funny, dude. Yeah, Mick. Oh, there's definitely, dude. There's definitely a couple. Dude, there was a couple other spots, man, that always ended up like being on my way home from skating, man, where there was always a dog that was like, it was like a coin toss on whether or not it was on its leash or not, and it was like Sandlot shit, like that dog was gonna fucking eat you, man. I'm like, fuck. I've definitely jumped fences avoiding fucking dogs, dude. I'm not trying to get fucking beat up by a fucking dog. Hell no. I actually have a, well, not a homie, but I grew up with a cat, and I think everyone determined over the years that this kid was taunting the fucking dogs because he was that kind of little shit. But this dude got attacked by a couple of dogs when we were younger, and it fucked his arm all up, dude. Like his arm was all like super, like all fucked up and scarred up and shit and bent for the rest of the fucking till now. But we're pretty sure that he was fucking with him. Not that a fucking random beast can't do that shit, because some people are fucking just mean to their dogs and they're just bad fucking owners, you know what I mean? That's why I don't believe in pet ownership. If you watched the show last night. What up, PM, if you watch this? Cat. Yeah, PM would never do that, would he? Spray you with water in the face. It's harmless, I promise you. It's only mentally detrimental. If they have small brains, though, it doesn't matter. Damn, Mick, that's wild. Yeah, dude, dogs are crazy, dude, especially depending on the dog, too. Like, some dogs, like, you might get, like, bit or, like, scarred up or whatever, but it'll be like, you can eventually leg lock it or choke it out or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But other dogs are weird, like pit bulls with the whole jaw thing, or just other dogs that just don't quit. I don't know. I don't fuck with beasts like that. That's what that's for. Again, I don't want to kill a fucking dog or anything. I ain't trying to get mauled up either. I've actually gone to a couple people's houses in my life. I was like, yo, if that dog fucks with me, I will kick the fuck or stab it. And they were like, dude, do not fucking stab my dog. I was like, well, don't let it eat me and it won't get stabbed. Self-preservation is like strong right here, bro. Damn, Mick. Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know. I had bad, again, I'm probably like, whatever you want to call it, scarred, PTSD, whatever you want to call it. I had bad situations with dogs when I was like a young kid or whatever, like scared the fuck out of me. I never got like fucked up or anything, but I don't know. I just kind of gave them the respect they deserve. They want to eat shit, and I'm something they can eat. So it's a big dog. I'll let big dog be big dog over there. I don't fuck with it. Fuck, I've known a couple people that had dogs that actually scared me. Like, I knew this dude through my brother-in-law, and he had this fucking pit bull, big bitch. And she scared the fuck out of me, dude. This fucking dog. So his homeboy, like, he's mostly a single dude, he had ladies over every once in a while, feel me? But if a chick stayed the night, so his dog's name was Mommies, which creeped me out anyway. That's fucking weird. But that pit bull would grab this bitch by the ankle and drag her out of the bed so the dog could get up there and sleep where, like, she should be. Oh, this dog was fucking scary, dude. Like, yeah. No, I don't fuck with big dogs unless I have to. Other than Great Danes. I grew up around, like, 4 Great Danes, and, like, they should be scary because they're like horses. But they're pretty cool dogs. They're pretty cool. Yeah, cat. That's what I'm saying. Like, some dogs are scary, man. Like, they're beasts, dude. Like, it's like owning a fucking wolf. Fuck off. I know wolves are much more crazy. I get that. Don't get it twisted. But I mean, even a deer would fuck you up, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't trying to own that. I don't know. Animals are weird. I just prefer them outside, see them, maybe feed them, maybe eat them. That's where I'm at. I know I got this fucking cat in here, but try to put it outside, it won't go away. Dude, Dobermans, nah, man, those freak me out. Uh, unless it's a mini. Uh, and German Shepherds, nah, man. A, cow dogs are scary. B, so I kind of grew up with one. So Missy across the street, she was older even when I was younger. And there was like, all right, so like, there was like cement from the sidewalk. There was like cement 5 stairs up, right? And then there was like a 5 wood step stoop. Feel me? And Missy would be tied to that stoop, and she'd be at the top of the 5 cement steps, right? It was like one of my best friends growing up literally lived across the street. And if you're on the sidewalk, this dog looked like the scariest police dog you've ever seen. Just like drooling, snarling, like barking as loud and as angry as possible. Nonstop, like no relent. Like no relent. As soon as you got to the top of that 5 stairs, fucking silent like lapdog. But still one of the most terrifying things ever to be able, as a young child, like conquer the 5 step thing where it's like as soon as you get to the top of the stairs. Like what? Dude, so like German Shepherds definitely freak me out. Greg V, what's up, dude? King Corsas? I don't know what a Kangol is or the latter. King Corsas look fucking gnarly. Those look like beasts, dude. Like I've researched them and looked them up. Those dogs are wild. Ain't trying to fuck with that, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm just not a pet owner, man. Like, I mean, there's animals that I think look neat, which is vanity. Um, yeah, but I'm just not a pet dude. No, that's just not me. If I was gonna buy a dog based on companionship because I'm sad or whatever, or because it looks cool. Have y'all ever seen a French? I think it's called a French Greyhound. It's basically like the size of a fucking Chihuahua, but it looks exactly like a Greyhound. It's all like jittery and like fucking weird. Dude, it is like the most Tim Burton thing I've ever seen in my life. Some dude had one at the coffee shop like fucking 5, 6 years ago. It was fucking gnarly. All right, I'm gonna peace out though. Maybe Italian Greyhound. I don't know. I don't remember. I know it was a Greyhound of sorts because it looked like Santa's little helper. I mean, it looked like a Greyhound, but it was like small, dude. I mean, it was like a Chihuahua with long legs. Like it was fucking a tiny, scrawny, weird looking little fucker. You know what I mean? Yes, it looks like from Ren and Stimpy. Fucking 100%. It was all shaky, even like it just kind of like jittered the whole time. Like, dude, it was fucking one minute a whippet. Exactly. I mean, as far as like a cool looking little weird creature, one of the coolest I've ever seen. Would I want to own it? Fuck no. It'd probably be fucking annoying as shit. shit. But it looks cool. Anyway, on that note, Vanity Pets, you fucking assholes. It does sound like a whippet. You know, that's actually funny. I don't know the drug use I've done. Kevin CEO, whippets? Dude, I could never get behind him, dude. I remember the first time I did one, it was in the backseat of a car, headed out to our buddy's house. It was like a short 15-minute interstate ride. But the first time I ever did one was in that. And I did it, and it was all like, wah, 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 wah. You know what I mean? Like, if you've done a whippet, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay. And then I did like maybe one or two after that. And it just wasn't for me, dude. I could not do whippets, man. That was not my shit. That was not my shit. Boxers scare me too sometimes, man. Yeah, whippets are weird, man. Like, I can't get behind that, man. I don't know. It's fucked up. Anyway, good kicking with y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I know I was just sitting up here being drunk, not talking about shit, but I didn't want to go to sleep, and it was good chilling. So, Tomas, yes, that is that is key, man. Yeah, man. Unless you're getting like hot hair follicle and shit, there's ways to party. Uh, yeah, it just wasn't for me, man. It was just a little too like. I mean, you felt fucked up and semi-incapacitated and all, wah 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 wah. But like, you didn't really like feel good, you know what I mean? You just like were fucked up for a little bit. Like, I don't know. When I got fucked up, I like to feel fucked up, like I like to feel drunk or feel fucking high on weed. Certain things just fucking are weird. Well, yeah, tripping balls, of course. Got P tested all the time. Love it. Well, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you need to get fucked up or want to get fucked up and you get tested, yeah, there's. I mean, I guess at that point, maybe I would do whippets if I felt that strongly about getting fucked up. But as much as I love getting fucked up, I don't feel strongly enough about getting fucked up to do whippets. I'll tell you that. It's not for me. Anyway, that's right. Much love. Good kicking it. I have no idea what happened tonight. We hung out. I repped that said fucking laser ghost shit. And yeah, I'll put up the post about the merch here this weekend. Probably start shipping shit out this coming week. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me entertained in this late hour. I will, what is it? Tuesday? Yeah, I'll probably go live sometime this week, randomly. Some night coming up. Maybe on Thanksgiving. I bet a bunch of people aren't going live because they're fucking lame. Maybe I'll do that for a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, peace.